if you're in a toxic relationship, it's your fault too. Don't go blaming someone else because of their toxic shit. If you're accepting it and you're allowing it, that's also on you as well. And that's why it's so important to pay attention to that and go, yeah, you know what? Like, what you allow will persist. And that's just also unresolved trauma, codependency. It's a trauma bond. It's your past experiences of whatever you've been through as a child, maybe, and the same probably father figure of maybe whatever negative experience you went through with your dad has now shown up in a partner, and that's what's familiar to you. So that's what now you attract into your life, right? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you doing? Welcome to the Luke Mind Power podcast. This is another opportunity for us to spend some quality time together. You're tuning into the number one motivational podcast in the world. And boy, it's going to be a cracker. Are you ready for this? Amazing. And if you're just joining us for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this amazing journey of our life that maybe you may be on some challenges right now, but guess what? I'm here to help you to overcome them. I'm here to help you to stay accountable to your dreams and your goals, and for you to stay inspired, stay motivated, help you to get up when you feel like you've just fallen down. So make sure that you share this with your friends, share this episode, because maybe someone that's close to you may have fallen down, or they're dealing with a struggle or challenge, or maybe it's just you. But I think that if there's anything that we need more of in this world, it's more positivity, it's more inspiration, it's something that's going to help us to keep moving forward. And just saw a post by Kristen Butler, who's a good friend of mine, and it said, don't worry about focusing on the next 10 years. Focus on the next 10 minutes. Hey, I was like, shit, man. Yeah. Focus, what's going to happen in 10 years? Like, fucking, we need more anxiety to fucking think about there's all the stuff that hasn't happened yet, all the stuff that's going to happen. Oh my God, am I going to survive? How about you just focus on the next 10 minutes? Let's spend some quality time together. It's a blessing to be here. I'm super excited. I don't know where this conversation is going to go, but actually I do have something that I want to talk about specifically. And that's really about relationships and about the masculine role, the male role in a relationship. And I know that there's probably a lot of people out there that have different circumstances or situations that they're going through in relationships, but this is going to be one of those episodes that you're going to want to send it to your male friends. Okay. And I'm not going to talk about shit that I haven't been through or my own experiences, But before I do, if you're on the fence, if you've ever thought about working with us, you've ever thought about what it looks like to work with us, if you're lacking self-confidence and you want to master your communication skill set, maybe you're afraid of public speaking, maybe you're afraid of being yourself, maybe you lack some deeper connection within yourself, or maybe you're lacking self-worth, or you just don't feel good, you feel like you've lost yourself, or you really want to master that confidence in being able to express yourself and own your story, own your voice. Guess what? I have some solutions for you, but you'll have to click the link in the description below, or get in touch with us on Facebook or Instagram if you can't see a link below, and just let us know that you really are ready for change and you really are ready to transform your life and you want to learn more about how you could work with us. Get in touch with us, because this one decision that you could make could be the decision that changes your life forever. Myself and my team have been working overtime for many years now, and we help so many people overcome depression. But most importantly, the one thing that I've been leaning towards in really understanding what it is that I actually help people do, and I've realized that I've come down to two things: self-confidence and being able to communicate. Communication, if there's any sort of, and listen to this, listen closely, ladies and gentlemen. I help a lot of people do a lot of things, and you hear me talk about it on the podcast. You hear me talk about all the things that all my clients, the results that they get. What do they get? Overcoming depression, anxiety, insomnia, PTSD, right? Coming off antidepressants after 20 years, coming off anti-anxiety medication, starting their own businesses after being in corporate for fucking 25 years, having the courage to leave that security and start out on their own. Right? People doing my programs and becoming motivational speakers, inspirational speakers, starting their podcast, right? Becoming coaches, becoming life coaches, starting to become an author, writing their own books. What are people doing after they work with me? That's what they're doing. That's what's happening to people because they're working with myself and my team. So this is where a decision that you make can change your life, just like myself. Am I investing in myself? Absolutely. I just invested tens of thousands of dollars into my company so that I can keep growing and learning and learning and learning. This is about your journey of evolution or stagnation. That's the two choices you have: evolution or stagnation. It's up to you, you know? And this is part of your journey of fulfillment, your journey of peace. A lot of us, we want more peace. We ain't doing anything. We're not taking any sort of proactive action. We're not investing in ourselves in any way. A lot of the reasons as to why we're not more successful is because of the lack of confidence. A lot of the reasons why we're not more successful is because of the lack of our communication skill set. Because we are afraid of speaking up and speaking our truth and sharing what we really, really feel and what we really want to say. So instead, we play small and we be quiet. And when you're quiet, ladies and gentlemen, it ain't going to get you success. Shutting your mouth and being quiet and sitting in the corner like you were told to when you were a child is not going to help you to become successful, nor is it going to be fulfilling. Because you know deep down that you're always going to have that fear. And I guess the other part of what I help people with is just overcoming fear. I know one of our clients, Mary Painton, she's from Michigan. She had agoraphobia, so she couldn't leave her apartment. After she went through our program, she started doing DoorDash, started being like she's in her 60s. Mary Paxton, if you're watching, Mary, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. She was stuck in her apartment because she had this fear of like going out into public places, going out and be around people, you know? And then as soon as she started doing the work, building confidence in herself, building self-love, starting to speak, communicate, allowing herself to be heard. It's such a gift what I do. And I'm just here to share it with the world so that I connect with the right people that are ready to heal as well and grow and evolve. And then what does that do? You don't live life being all blocked up like a clogged fucking pipe. You live life with freedom and peace, that you ain't walking around going, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't go there. I can't go there. Oh my God, if I can't go outside, right? We are a product of our environment. We are a product of our past. And if you don't become conscious of what it is that's limiting you or what it is that's holding you back, or address the trauma or the abundance blocks, because not only is abundance about money, for example. You can say, oh, I attract a lot of abundance. What's that, money? Abundance is looking outside and seeing all the beautiful trees. You know, abundance is all the grass out there. Wow, look at all the grass, all the trees, the flowers. Wow. There's an abundance of bees, right? But what about the abundance of peace? Oh my God, I've got so much peace because I'm not limited anymore. The abundance of feeling happy and joyful because I'm living in alignment with my true authenticity. I'm not living in fear. I'm not blocked like a clogged fucking pipe. Many of us are clogged up. We don't even know it. But actually, I think we do know it. 100%. I think we fucking know. You know if you're blocked. You know if you're limiting your potential. You know if you're not speaking your truth. You know if you're living a lie. You know if you're doubting yourself. You know that you have more potential than you've tapped into so far. But what's holding you back? I spoke about this on the last episode. Fear. Where's the fear coming from? Well, the fear is definitely coming from a lot of subconscious programming and the way that you were raised and what you went through and what you were told as a child or what you were told in that toxic bullshit relationship that you're in. So you get the message. And this is the beautiful thing about our life, that you get to listen to a podcast like this that helps you become aware of, oh my goodness, yeah, man, there's some stuff that's blocking me, stuff that's in my way. But let's make the most of our time, ladies and gentlemen, because I want to talk to you a little bit more about relationships. And I've been in a healthy relationship for nearly 9 months now. And time is flying, eh? Wow. It's incredible. 9 months. Yeah, it is. It's coming up. Jeez. And so I met my fiance in July 2024, and time has flown. The first 6 months was a dream. After that 6 months was really like, okay, let's get to know each other now, you know. But the one thing that I've had to definitely learn is to get comfortable with being in a healthy relationship. I always had this provider mindset of, I want to look after my girl. I'm not the guy that is going to push her and and force her to like hurry up and go to work and make the money. Nah, bro, that's my fucking job. I'm here to make life easier for her. Yes, okay. Yes, this is a team sport. Relationship ain't just about one person, right? It's about creating a balance. It's about synergy. It's about giving and receiving. But you know what else it's about? One of the biggest things that blocks most relationships from evolving and being healthy and being healing. I spoke about this just before. What do I help people with? Communication. This is why my relationship continues to evolve, and why it will continue to evolve is because we continue to communicate. We communicate about the uncomfortable things. We communicate about our thoughts, about our negative thoughts, about our positive. We communicate, okay, about what's there, about our feelings, about our emotions, right? And this is creating more connection. This is creating more understanding, more appreciation. But most importantly, what I'm trying to address, and remember, guys, if you know a man that needs to hear this, make sure you send it to them. The most important thing I'm trying to address is that my role, and I'm here to be, again, not to force, not to tell people how they need to be in a relationship or how they should be or what's right and what's wrong. I'm just giving you a little bit of a picture of how can I help my fiance be the best version of herself? How can I get the most from her so I can give the most from me? Right? Now, when she's in her feminine, when she's in her nurturing role, when she feels peaceful because she knows that her man has her fucking back, man, when I feel her femininity, oh my God, I'm in heaven. Her soft touch, how she's so affectionate to me, so caring, so loving, asks me what I need and supports me. Man, it is the biggest gift and that's why I said, when she came into my life, I said, this is a gift from God. A lot of you guys are like, why is he turned all gaudy and like faithful and shit? And I'm like, because how can you not see the gift from God? Like, I've been working on myself for so many freaking years, thinking, when am I going to meet the love of my life? And I wasn't that connected to my spiritual and my faith. But when she came into my life, I was like, man, this is a miracle. Like, for me to attract a healthy relationship, which I've never ever had in my life. And it's also come with its challenges for me because it's not familiar. And I always tell you guys, anything that's unfamiliar is going to feel uncomfortable and it's going to be overwhelming. Naturally, you should think, well, hang on, a healthy relationship, that's a good relationship. That's a positive experience. That's someone that's gonna love you unconditionally. When you haven't been loved unconditionally, your brain goes the opposite. This is unfamiliar. This is not right. Why is she loving you like that? That's not normal. So if you're not conscious of your thoughts and of your patterns from your past relationships and from your subconscious programming of what it is that you've experienced in the past, guess what? Your brain will cause you to run away from something that is healthy because it doesn't know how to handle it. Crazy shit, man. Absolutely crazy. But the most important part of what I'm trying to share here is as a man, you know, like, there is something about being a man and being a fucking provider, you know, and knowing that I can look after my woman, that I can fucking give her everything that she fucking wants. Because I know that if I give her everything that she wants, she'll give me fucking the whole world. She'll give me heaven on earth. And that is the most beautiful experience that I live by and live with every single freaking day. Because I have her back and I put her in her feminine energy. And that puts her in such a peaceful, caring, nurturing, supporting, loving energy. It's beautiful. So, as a man, and this is the challenge, ladies and gentlemen, and I know that a lot of you women out there have had to step into your masculine energy because of unhealthy relationships or because of, the man cheating on you or having to go through a divorce and again, this is not about perfection because sometimes you have to go through these unhealthy relationships and these toxic relationships and these negative experiences of separation. But let me tell you, man, a lot more people, if you share this podcast, are going to grow and heal, which means there's a lot more opportunity and chance that maybe it's possible that you could actually meet someone, because I know there's so many women that listen to this podcast, that you could actually meet a man that is healthy, that's done the fucking work, that isn't going to come to the relationship with all this fucking unresolved trauma and then is going to be a fucking narcissist and a manipulator and someone that doesn't give a fuck about you and that's someone that can't communicate and isn't emotionally intelligent or aware. And then they're just going to cause disruption and dysfunction in the relationship. And you're going to go, what the fuck is this? Again. But guess what? You shouldn't allow that shit if you've done the work. And that's why I always say that if you're in a toxic relationship, it's your fault too. Don't go blaming someone else because of their toxic shit. If you're accepting it and you're allowing it, that's also on you as well. And that's why it's so important to pay attention to that and go, yeah, you know what? What you allow will persist. And that's just also unresolved trauma, codependency. It's a trauma bond. It's your past experiences of whatever you've been through as a child, maybe. And, the same probably father figure of maybe whatever negative experience you went through with your dad has now shown up in a partner. And that's what's familiar to you. So that's what now you attract into your life, right? And unconsciously, unknowingly, you don't even realize it, but that's what you've always known. And so now your partner's treating you the same way that your father was treating you when you were fucking 7, So when you become a lot more aware and you do the work on yourself and you evolve, guess what? You will never tolerate any sort of that shit in a relationship ever again because you know your worth. And once you know your worth, you protect it. You never sacrifice it. And then when something good comes along, you give it a chance. It's not about you losing trust and losing faith in people or in women or in men. It's about you building trust in yourself, building confidence in yourself, knowing yourself so well that, wow, I've evolved so much that I actually don't attract bullshit into my life because I won't allow it anyway. And if I see a red flag or if I see that something comes into my proximity that is unhealthy, guess what? And I give it a chance one time, guess what? I'll pick it up straight away and I go, oh, red flag, see you later. I don't question it. You're not going to sit there and go, oh my gosh, is this good or bad? You'll fucking know. You become very good at reading people's energy when you do the work on yourself. So there is hope, ladies and gentlemen. I waited. I wouldn't say I waited. I went on a path and a journey of self-discovery, of knowing that if I wanted to attract the love of my life, if I wanted to attract better, I had to become better. And whether that was going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, it didn't fucking matter. What mattered is that I had to go on a journey to find myself first. And you got to be willing to remember that if you haven't had much luck or if things haven't happened for you the way that you thought they would in terms of relationships or attracting the healthy person into your life, someone that's actually going to complement your life, that's good because that means it's time for you to freaking evolve. If you want better, you want to attract better. You ain't going to attract better when you're staying at the same vibrational state. If you're staying on the same frequency, don't expect this dream to just fucking happen for you. And again, I'm just speaking from experience, and for me, it wasn't, there were times, just before I met my fiance, actually, I was getting impatient. I was like, thinking to myself, this is what the fuck is going on? I'm like, I'm 39 and still haven't met someone that I really want to be with. And then all of a sudden, a couple months later, God goes, I heard you, Luke. Here you go. Well done. You did the work, you know? And so this is why I continue. If you go back, way back into my podcast, you'll hear me screaming. I mean, I'm still going to yell. I'm still going to do my thing. I'm still going to get angry, and not angry, but like, yeah, I'm passionate about what I'm expressing, you know? But a lot of that expression and that passion also was because I was fighting for my dream. And what was my dream? It was attracting the love of my life. That was my fucking dream, you know? So I'm living my dream. But I wouldn't be living my dream if I wasn't consistent, if I didn't believe in myself, if I didn't keep taking action, if I didn't keep showing up over the last freaking 7 years, you know? And remember, one of the biggest keys of you living your dream is not comparing yourself to other people. You are not on anybody else's timeline. So many of us, we think that we're late. We look at other people and we're like, oh, I wish I had their life, or I wish things had worked out for me like they have for them. Not knowing that, you know, you have a different purpose. You have a different calling. You have a different journey. Completely different. Nowhere near what other people are living and going through. You're not even like them, but you're looking at them as if you are like them, but you're not. And the reason why you're looking is because you haven't had that deeper rooted connection and confidence within yourself. Because if you did, you'd go, oh, that's great. Good for them. But I know that there's something deeper for me. I know that there's more for me. I just haven't figured it out yet. I know that I've got to go in a different direction. And my calling is my way is a different way. You know, and having that confidence in yourself, that's where everything changes in your life, you know. And again, just going back to relationships again, you know, from a male's point of view, there's something about being a provider. There's something about having my fiance's back. There's something about providing for her. There's something about loving her and supporting her. And for her to, it's something, it's a very fulfilling feeling knowing that she doesn't have to slave her ass off. That's my job. I said to her today, we're having dinner, and I said, I'm the horse and the carriage. She's sitting in the carriage. I'm the horse and the carriage. I'm pulling the carriage, and she's sitting in the carriage. That's my queen. And there's something beautiful about that, you know, where it's not her having to get out and go and work and hustle and, you know, make all the money and come back and go, oh, here you go, honey, here's the money that I made for the week. And again, not dismissing making your cash, making your money, doing what, because, you know, I think and she's successful in her own right as a hypnotherapist. She's an amazing hypnotherapist. A lot of my clients are working with her as well, because she just transforms your subconscious mind. You know, she programs you to live the life of your dreams. And the power of hypnotherapy is just ridiculous, like what she's achieving with a lot of the people that are working with her. So it's not, I'm not actually like putting her down or like saying that she can't be successful, but, you know, in terms of the dynamics of our relationship, you know, of how we connect and how this synergy and this love of exchanging energy together, and how she's able to be in her natural state. What's her natural state? In her feminine. Because she's a woman, not a man. Right? But again, this is the challenge for many of us when we've been through, for example, for you women, if you've been through a toxic relationship, or you have had to fight for yourself, or you've had to raise 3 or 4 or 2 or any sort of single parent experience, guess what? You have had to naturally step up into your masculine, right? And that's actually not your natural state, right? As a woman. So this is huge for you to go, yeah, how can I, if I haven't been, how can I practice that more? How can I be more in my feminine? Because that's healthy for you. It's actually good for you to be in your feminine, right? Rather than you being in your, like, in this provider mindset of like, you know, strong, you know, I gotta get up and work and like hustle, right? That's the man's role. I'm fucking strong. I'm the one hustling. I'm the one fucking showing up. I'm the one carrying the weight. I'm the one with the pressure. When I wake up in the morning, I've got fucking 10,000 things to do. And that's how I woke up this morning. I was like, fuck. But I went down to the gym. I freaking shoot some hoops and played some basketball. And I had in my mind, I was like, oh my God, fucking hell, this. And my fiance's like, bye, baby. I'm going to the cafe and I'm going to go do some content and I'm going to have some matcha fucking coffee, whatever she drinks, the green stuff. And her healthy food that she eats, she loves that stuff. It's fine. She's like, bye. And I'm like, yeah, no worries. I'm taking care of this shit, man. It's fine. I love seeing her peaceful and I love seeing her doing exactly what she enjoys and feeling that calmness in her. That makes me happy, you know? And I think that more men need to hear this, because again, I think that we've lost touch of our natural state, you know? And I think that that's just because of a lot of trauma. It's a lot of difficult times in the past. And I know that, look, for many parents, for example, my mom and my dad had to work, all the time. Like my mom was still working and I was going to school. She was going to work, and my dad was working like 6, sometimes 7 days a week, a lot of the times just like constantly working. you know? So times are changing, but the thing is, times may be changing, but are you changing? Are you evolving? Are you growing as a person? It's up to us to really decide, do we want to stay the same? Because I see this a lot. A lot of you on my Instagrams and Facebooks and stuff, a lot of people say, I'm too old or it's too late, you know? And I always say this to my clients on our Zoom coaching calls during the week. I say, because sometimes it's like overwhelming to learn new technology or whatever. And I get it, all these different apps and stuff. So it can be, you know, overwhelming. But I say, hey, once upon a time, you didn't know how to use Zoom to join us on this live coaching call. And now every week, twice a week, you're joining me and we're having a live coaching session. So that proves to me that you can learn. Wow. Wherever you're watching right now means that you've had to learn how to watch this or listen to this on some sort of IT, some sort of social media platform, some sort of podcast platform, or some sort of social media platform that once upon a time you never ever knew existed. And someone taught you, and you had to learn, how do I log into Facebook or Instagram? How do I watch a video on YouTube? A lot of the times we discredit our level of intelligence or just ability to learn. And that's all your healing is about. That's all your transformation is about. That's all what I'm trying to explain is that you can learn. It's not too late. And if you want to heal, if you want to have more peace in your life, if you want to have more purpose in your life, if you want to have more, focusing on like making progress in your life and not staying the same for the rest of your life, then I'm just reminding you that you can make positive change. You can evolve from dysfunction. We can actually make the world a better place by sharing this kind of information, by being the change. How do we be the change? Be the example, you know, not tell people necessarily do this, do that. You live by it. And the more that we do this, the more that the word spreads. And the more we realize that, oh, wow, you actually can do something about what you went through. Or you may be struggling with your communication skills. And I can tell you guys the amount of times that we have someone new that joins our program, someone new that joins the Superpower Mastermind that is afraid to show their face. So for example, join one of our coaching calls, you'll have like 30 or 40 people on the Zoom, and it's all these little like squares. And when you first join, it's very overwhelming, can be daunting. It's like, oh my goodness, there's all these people. And so, we've had people that are scared to open the video, right? So you can close the video so that no one can see you, or you can like open it up. And, 5, 6 weeks in, we can see their face. And then they start talking. And, that's part of my coaching style as well, because again, it's about how you are how you feel in this space. When you join something like this and you start to feel safe and supported and loved and appreciated, and you start to feel like this is a family. And so when you start to feel that, all of a sudden, I'll see you and I'll point you out and I'll ask you a question about, like, what are you grateful for? What are the 5 things that you're grateful for today? Maybe I've given that kind of an exercise to everyone. And I'll call you out and I'll say, if you be open, would you like to share? And unmute yourself. And these are the little moments where people start to grow, because many of us, we have a fear of communication. In order for us to heal, we have to allow ourselves to speak. If we don't allow ourselves to speak, we will not heal. We will keep suppressing. That's why I've always lived by this statement: everything that you reveal, you heal. Everything that you express, you don't suppress. But many of us, because of so much fear and psychological, subconscious, negative programming, will continue to suppress, not express. And so we continue to live in fear. And then we never heal and we never evolve. Yeah, that's shit, eh? But again, we have this gift of discernment. We have this gift that we've been given to ourselves of making a choice, of deciding, because your decisions every day will determine the reality that you create. But your voice is so powerful. And this is something that I get to witness and I get to experience with everybody that works with us in our programs, is just people communicating again, speaking their truth, standing up for themselves, owning their voice, their story, being confident in who they are. Man, it's a blessing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me on a podcast episode on the Luke Mind podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with your friends. The more that we spread this kind of energy and information, the more that we make a positive impact on the world, so that more people can grow, heal, and not live in the past. Most importantly, we have so much untapped potential within us. And if we don't do more work on ourselves or surround ourselves with, people that are going to inspire us or lift us up rather than lift us or drag us down, then we're never going to get to live the life that we're born to live. And, we deserve to live our dreams, but we've got to take action for that. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't give up on yourself. And I can't wait to see what more we're going to come up with on our future episodes, because, a lot of you guys don't know, but I never really plan my podcast episodes. I'm always, I always just turn on the mic, turn on the cameras and just go, what's up? How you doing? So wherever you are tuning in, if you're listening to this at the gym or you're driving around or you're on the bus or you're going for a walk, or maybe you're sitting at home in your office, wherever you are, once again, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. I want you to know how thankful I am for your support. I wouldn't be here without you guys. And it means the universe to me to be able to be on this journey with you guys, inspiring you, motivating you, and helping you to continue to move forward and make progress in your life every single day. And I know that there's a lot more coming for you than you can fathom right now. I just know that. I know that you're meant for more. I know that everything that you've been through in your life has got you to this place. And there's been a lot of tests and a lot of trials for you. And I'll just leave you with this, okay? That the deeper your trauma, the greater your purpose. The deeper the pain, the bigger your calling. And so what this test has been for you lately, this has just been a little bit of a pushback, like a slingshot. You've been pulled back a little bit because you're about to launch, man. You're about to take yourself to the next level. You're about to, not realizing what's happening right now, but you're about to be given a blessing, a freaking miracle's about to happen in your life. Something's going to happen. You're going to get some gift that you never even knew that was coming your way. But just have patience and hold on, because what you're going through right now is building you into the person that you're meant to be. And it's also showing you how resilient and strong you are. So whatever that is that you're going through right now, don't lose hope. Have faith, trust the process, and keep going, because you're going to make it. And I'm here with you all the way. And I'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.